So I'm sure for most of you, playing the dancing games was a fun little experience. You maybe went and got the platinum, cleared a bit on All Night, maybe a King Crazy or two on your favorite songs, and then moved on. But for me, that is not where it ended. As you may have guessed, with my first video ever on my channel being about how much I love these games, I went on and did, well, everything. What you're seeing right now is my fully completed list from each game. I own every DLC and did those as well, and no, don't ask me how much I spent on these games. This monumental achievement puts me as the ultimate Persona dancing fanboy god, right? Well, not really. I thought I was pretty good. I did all of this using no support modifiers, not even auto-scratch since I thought that was cheating, but then I remembered there's people out there that have literally King Crazied with invisible notes on. And scientists still have the nerve to say psychics aren't real. BS. Seriously though, this was a tough journey. One that I genuinely never thought I'd embark on. And if I wasn't clear enough by me doing this, I genuinely love these dancing games to death. So, how did I get here, you ask? Well, I started with the demo back in July. I sucked at this game bad at first, but over the course of a month I got better and better. Even still though, I never really thought I'd try All Night. It was too tough. I could barely clear it, but around midsummer my one friend told me some great advice. He told me to get out of my comfort zone, stop playing hard, and just keep playing on All Night until I beat it, and that's exactly what I did. I struggled to clear at first, but then I started clearing but struggled to Brilliant. To Brilliant, you have to get little or no misses, and All Night was just too much for me at first with that. Eventually I got that down on some of my favorite songs, and by late August, I finally got my first King Crazy on All Night, on Electronica in the Velvet Room. It was tough, but at the same time it was pretty great. That's a song where I feel the notes really go to the rhythm, and so I really like that song and others like it, where it feels natural to press when you do. From there on out, I just kept playing. I never intended to fully King Crazy the games at first, I just pushed for King Crazy on the songs I liked. And as such, weeks went by and I got more and more. For the most part, what prevented me from King Crazy on many of these songs was just one tricky section. And this would hold true for almost every song. On When the Moon Reaches for the Stars, for example, which is one of my favorites, during Fevers, that union into hold notes always tripped me up. On Want to Be Close, another favorite, the quick notes in succession towards the end, I almost always got a good on, and that always killed my run. Serious side note though, why are goods called good if they're literally not good at all, since they kill King Crazy runs? I don't think good when I hit a good. I think that was a shit note press, and now I have to restart this 5-minute song again. They're not good at all. If anything, they should be renamed to piss poor performance or dog shit, or something to really make me feel bad, so I can know I suck and that I just barely hit the note. Because if it was actually good, then it should count towards King Crazy. Rant over though. For a lot of songs, if I could just get one part right, I had a King Crazy. And so a lot of them were just a grind replaying over and over again for just one perfect run. By September though, I had King Crazied all the songs I really liked, and thought, well, I'm done now, right? But nah, I just couldn't put these games down. I loved them too much. I remember one day I played Aria, I don't know, of the Soul with the Fast Notes challenge modifier on, just for a fun challenge. But when I got King Crazy on it with that on, I think it hit me that all those people saying you should turn on fast notes to get King Crazy were so right the whole time. I had read that and thought, nah, that's bullshit. That'll just make the songs way too hard. But no, it really is helpful. The notes come out quick, but you're never confused what to press. It makes slow songs a lot easier and makes faster songs even more easy to interpret. And from there on, I just kept playing and kept King Crazying with that on. With my favorites out of the way, I set out to King Crazy songs I maybe didn't like as much, and as I got more and more of them I started thinking, well, I guess I could try to King Crazy everything. Still though, I knew that was gonna be tough. Incredibly tough. Some of these songs are insane. Pretty much any of the DLC songs, like Willpower, The Fog, Break Out Of, and more seemed like monumental challenges that I could never hope to overcome. So I just kept going, playing through but still not setting out for all of them, until one day, it happened. I was playing through one of the tougher DLC songs, and then boom, King Crazy. This song was Today, which I had given a lot of tries because I really liked the song, but I didn't think I'd ever King Crazy, The middle portion just always fucked me up with the super fast notes. I think this really showed to me that these tougher songs could be done with a lot of practice, and I mean a lot. I think this song is when I finally decided I wanted to actually try to King Crazy everything. And with faster notes set on, I set out to get them. King Crazy after King Crazy. Harder songs fell one by one as the weeks went by. All the time I should have been making videos for this channel was instead spent losing the same song over and over and resetting over and over again for hours on end. Finally though, we began to close in on the last couple songs. Now these are dancing games, right? Not JRPGs. So there's no boss fights, right? Well. Tanaka's amazing commodities. These 3 words send shivers down my spine. This was the ultimate challenge. I remember playing this song once or twice early on when I got the game, as it was free DLC, and this shit was tough. I never thought I'd even clear it when I had first started playing, though eventually I did. Finally though, I realized that to King Crazy everything, this one too must be done. And believe me, this song is grueling. These notes come out so fast that you need to have been doing weight training for your fingers to stand any chance, or eventually your hand will just get too tired. Or maybe instead of weight training, you've just been playing the dancing games for months. That works too. They're insanely fast in complicated orders, different types, and all around, it's a nightmare. You need to have your eyes taped open. Blink once and you probably miss 8 notes already in just that 1 millisecond. This song was the one song I actually almost considered using auto scratch on, but ultimately I knew that that would be going against my beliefs, as I think that that's cheating, basically turning off one of the main note types. And can you really say you beat this song if you had auto scratch on? It probably has more scratches than multiple songs combined. And so I struggled and struggled. Eventually I did actually get most of it down. The only problem was the middle section. Around the middle, you have to press 2 union notes and then 1 extra note after it on only one of those same buttons. I would just panic and press both buttons 3 times to get it done, as again, these notes are insanely fast, so that usually protected me from overthinking it and missing or getting a good. There was just one part of the song, however, where if you did that little trick, it would get you a good, as there was another note on one of the buttons that was coming up and was close enough to be pressed, thus getting a good and ruining the run. I needed to, during that single part of the song, actually press correctly, so I could not do my 3-press trick. I had to do 2 union and then just the 1 note, not press both like I usually do, and then play the rest of the song perfectly. It came down to just this section. I'd fail it and I'd restart. The first section of the song is hard enough, so sometimes I'd fail there and have to reset. Sometimes I'd get past the middle only to fail near the end. The one time I forgot that the ending of the song tricks you, and you have to wait for Tanaka to say goodbye to do the last couple notes, and I prematurely celebrated and missed to King Crazy. And the whole time I was failing again and again, he was there to taunt me, dancing so smugly. That fucking bastard Tanaka, making my life hell. One day though, it finally happened. I don't have my live reaction recorded, but all you need to know is that my voice got high-pitched like a schoolgirl, and I kept shouting, "I did it! I did it! I did it!" With the final boss of Persona Dancing defeated, all that was left to do was to clean up a bit. I did the Break Out of remix, which was a bit tough, and then I had to do True Story and the Hatsune Miku song. Both pretty fast but doable, and with those final 2 done, I had did it. Every Persona Dancing song ever was King Crazy. Never did I think I'd overcome some of these songs. Some seemed way too hard, almost impossible, but that's the best part of these games. You play, and you can just feel yourself getting better and better. I remember failing to King Crazy Wanna Be Close on normal difficulty, again and again during my first week of playing. And to think now I'm here with all of it done, it's just insane, honestly. I'm certainly not the best player in the world or anything, but for me it was a tough challenge that I chose to pursue, and one that I honestly had a ton of fun doing along the way. I love these games, and I'll never understand how people hate on them. I paid like $50 for the collection with all three because I was too impatient to wait for the $20 sale again, and I think with 200 hours total across all three, I think I more than got my money's worth. I'm not sponsored or anything, Atlas, please sponsor me, but try the demo and seriously give these games a shot. They're one of the best stress relievers ever, and they're just plain fun. If you want to do something like this and king crazy everything, I wish you the best of luck. Be patient with yourself, and be ready to fail a lot. Turn on super fast notes, and I promise you'll get it eventually. And so now, what's next? Well, I guess the only thing left to do is ask. Persona 6 Dancing When?